stats this year are better than his 4 years of MVP basketball combined.
The return of this guy, Isaiah Thomas, that's really the big story that everybody's talking about.
I see. Turns the corner. And he finished it! And one!
Welcome back.
It's back to normal. It's back to normal now, so I'm just happy to be out here.
Love drives, goes at it, misses, gets his own rebound, blocked by Durant.
It's been a struggle for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Thomas, blocked by Adams. A dominant performance by the Thunder.
Kevin Love, left hand, fifth on a couple, broken, dislocated in 68 weeks.
Ball shoots over his buddy LeBron James and knocks down the three. Question, what's wrong with the Cavs?
Well, I see a bad defensive team.
A wire-to-wire annihilation.
They should take a look at every national televised game for us.
There's no trust. When we hit adversity, we go our separate ways. I'm tired of being traded. I just want to be where I want to.
Yesterday, the Cavs wished Isaiah Thomas on Instagram a happy birthday, and today they wish him farewell.
They had to do something to shake that, not just make a trade, to shake things up.
I see a team that got younger, more athletic, and they got more explosive on the offensive end.
Clarkson, quick catch and shoot. Got it! George Hill with a beautiful move.
We got some players that can go out and get their own. It's still going to take a little time, even though this was an impressive win on the road. That's a good start.
Well, the new iteration of the Cavaliers has the night off after the win in Memphis last night. They'll be home for, I think it's 5 straight coming up here. Last night they got 57 points out of the new Cavs in that win, including 14 from Jordan Clarkson. Clarkson talked to David Aldridge about his new team, his new role, and playing alongside the King in Cleveland.
It was a trade deadline to remember, but none more impactful than 3 trades made by the Cavs.
They get a youthful point guard now in Jordan Clarkson, who, by the way, is averaging 14 points a game.
You can put the ball in Clarkson's hands and get his shot. He can set other players up too. The three-point shot's gotten better, so having that size is going to help.
You know, LA is a time that, I'll never forget. When I got drafted, they started my career, basically. Second-round pick, gave me the opportunity to play, started. Impacted the community, tried to, extend my arms as much as I could there. And, it's always, home for me. So, but I'm happy to be here and, make this my home as well.
Is it a little easier coming with Larry, having somebody familiar with you?
Yeah, for sure. Us being young, us, playing in LA together, kind of part of that young core that was there, having them with me. Definitely make it easier, him being from here, and having his family here and stuff like that too. So it's definitely been an easy transition for me.
Clarkson gets inside, scoop layup is good. Clarkson for 3. Clarkson with a gorgeous move.
Showing that he can make plays for the Cavs.
How do you get used to terminology in the midst of a season when you don't have a lot of practice and you can watch all the film you want, but you got to be out there?
Yeah, a big thing is, Bron. He's in practice. He's the loudest dude on the court. So, you just pick off what he's saying out there. And then everybody else, too. Tristan always talking, JR. And the coaching staff is doing a great job of, transitioning all of us to this, defensive concepts and principles.
It's hard to kind of fathom how open you are playing with Bron.
Yeah, it is, man. That's probably the craziest thing for me. Sometimes I'm just, in the first 2 games, I would hesitate and I'll be open. Then I would kind of be like, I ain't that open. Now I take another dribble and be like, hey, I'm still open. And, even on the kickouts and stuff, you kind of sit there for a second and you like, nah, these ain't the shots that you used to taking. So it's definitely a change.
The best overall skill set these guys may bring is the willingness to listen, work hard, and play team ball.
I've always been hungry since I got in the league, wanting to win and stuff like that. But now I know everybody working towards one goal on this team. Losing is not an option for real. So, we got to go out there and enjoy playing the game, enjoy playing for each other, making the right play, having each other's back on the defensive end. That's what we got to do, have fun. We working towards one thing. We got a lot of ways to go still, but, we got one goal in mind, and that's to win games and get to the championship.